Hey guys, welcome back to Raising Ash. I have just a really short video I wanted to go through. This is my trainer purchase video, and this is all about cards that I think are worthwhile purchasing. This is coming from the Breakpoint set, so this is the brand new set. So we're just gonna get right into it really quick here. Trainer purchase one is a Delinquent. $3.95 for four of them. That's what's running on eBay right now. And what we have is discard a stadium card in play. If you do, your opponent chooses three cards from his or her hand and discards them. I think that this will be heavily played. I think people are going to play this with Seismitoad. They're going to try and lock you out. They're going to play a lot of red cards and so forth and try and just totally obliterate your hand. So yeah, I do think that you should pick this up. I think you should pick four of them up to have. So our next supporter is Psychic's Mind Reading, and this is going on eBay for $8.95 for four of them. This is the supporter. Your opponent reveals his or her hand. Discard as many cards from your hand as you like, then draw that many cards. I think this will be a pretty good play too. I think a lot of people not only want to see your opponent's hands, but they don't mind discarding from their hands, sort of pick up what they need. All those, most of the time people have like six cards in their hand, so they don't mind discarding them and seeing your hand. Plus it sort of works almost like a sycamore. So I do believe people will be playing this card and playing it through. And speaking of Professor Sycamore, if you're new to Pokemon, this card runs $5.84 for four of them. This is a supporter card. Discard your hand and draw seven cards. This is a massive card in the entire game. It's pretty much a staple card in every deck. You're going to minimally see two of them, maximally see four of them. So having four of these cards are definitely a good purchase. So we're going to move on. Our other trainer purchase here is Burst Balloon. This is $2.95 for four of them. This is an item card. If this card is attached to a Pokemon at the end of your opponent's turn, discard this card. When the Pokemon this card is attached to is damaged by an opponent's Pokemon's attack, put 6 damages on counters on the attacking Pokemon. I think this will be huge with Seismitoad. I think any card that is sort of one-hit knockout cards are going to be huge, where they just put that little extra damage on you. And it's going to make you decide to either get that Startling Megaphone, play that Xerosic, or go ahead and attack them and take the 6. So I do think this will be played quite frequently in the game, and I do think it's a good purchase. So we're going to move on. Trainer's purchase, Max Potion, $7.95 for four of them. This is an item card. Heal all damage from one of your Pokemon, then discard all energy attached to that Pokemon. If you played last season, you know that this card is massive. It also is huge when you deal with a lot of fairy decks, metal decks, using that aromatisse to sort of pull the energy back and then heal up. That was a trick last year for most decks in the year before that. So I do think that this is a worthwhile card. I don't think it's going to go down in price. I do think you should pick up four of them if you have the cash on hand. All right, so we'll move on to the next trainer purchase. This is Fighting Fury Belt. It's $9.95, running for four of them. This is an item card. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets its max HP increased by 40, and its attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemons. I do think this will be a massive card. I do think people are going to play it. I think they're going to play it with Entei and put two of them on and really try and max his HP out. So I think that this will be played. I think you should pick up four of them. I know that's really pricey now. It might go down slightly. Maybe it's just a hype card, but I got a feeling people are going to be interested in playing this card. All right, so we have our next trainer purchase with Reverse Valley. For $2, you can pick up four of them. I think these will be massive stadium cards. We have the blue side. Choose this down player's metal Pokemon take 10 less damage from his or her opponent's Pokemon's attack. So if you're playing a metal tech, it's great. You take 10 less damage. You can sort of stack that with a hard charm or a vest too. So different ways to stack that and sort of take that, make it harder for your opponent. So the red side, choose which way this card faces before you play it. This down player's Darkness Pokemon attacks do 10 more damage to his or her opponent's active Pokemon. This is a massive card. You can do 10 more damage and just sort of, hit on it. So I think that that's sort of cool because, 10 more damage plus a muscle band, you're doing 30 more damage. Yveltal's already hitting, he taps out at near 140. So just that 30, I mean, he can literally, do a 150 on a Pokemon, which is a pretty big hit for Yveltal. So there's just different ways to work this card. From my experience, any card that's going to increase damage is always a purchase to buy. So that's just from my experience. So these are my trainer purchases, my Cool Beans cards. All right, Puzzle of Time, 595 by 4. Max Elixir, 595 by 4, and All Night Party, 295 by 4. So I think Puzzle of Time will be cool. You'll be able to play 2 of them. I just think that the other cards right now are more valuable. If you already have them, then of course you could go for these cards. But if you don't have those cards, I think those cards will be of more value than these cards. So 595, you're going to play 2 of those, and you're going to be able to pick up 2 cards from your discard pile. That's Puzzle of Time. So it's a pretty cool card. If you only have one of them, you just get to organize the top 3 cards of your deck. So the object here is to play Skyla, get 2 of them at the same time, and then pick up 2 discards from your discard pile. So I think that will be huge. Max Elixir, what you do is you look at the top 6, and then you can pick up an energy card, and basically from that energy card, what you'll be able to do at that point is attach it to the bench. I think people are going to try this. I actually think it's going to be harder than it looks. I think you're going to have to run something that maybe will pull that card up to the top. There's various Pokemon that do that, and there's different types of item cards that can help you out with that. So I do think it'll have to be run parallel with something else to sort of hit, or you're just going to have to stack a mass amount of energy in the deck. So the last one is All Night Party. It's 295 for 4 of them. I'd suggest getting All Night Party if you're hugely into the Expand It for regionals. Everybody plays Hypnotoxic Laser, and if it flips head on that sleep, it's traumatic. So, just not flipping that heads on the sleep and being able to heal that off, remove that special condition, and then heal 30 onto the Pokemon is pretty massive play. So I would say that All Night Party is a worthwhile purchase. I just think that the other cards right now are more imperative than All Night Party. But again, for Expanded, All Night Party could definitely come in handy. All right, so those are my trainer purchases. Please leave some feedbacks and comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. This is Raising Ash, out.